video, we're going to fit this Umbra quart hook onto this solid wall. We're actually going to install two of these next to each other. On the back of these we have this kind of fixing, which is like a keyhole type fixing, and these can be a bit of a pain, to be honest. A traditional fixing where you go straight through the item is obviously a lot easier to fix. These come with instructions like that, and they also come with this paper ruler, and the instructions say that you're supposed to tape this onto the wall, and you can use that as a guide for marking the fixing holes. It also comes with two wall plugs and screws. So for these plugs you're going to need a 6mm drill bit. So when I'm fixing things like this, I prefer to do it a different way. Obviously we're going to need a spirit level. So what I've done is I've put the spirit level on top of the quart hook there, and I've ensured that the end is dead flush with the spirit level. So what I can do now is I can take a pencil and I can actually mark the spirit level at the dead centre of these holes, and if we do that we know that we're guaranteed to get the screw holes in the correct position, because we can transfer this onto the wall. So before you go drilling into any wall, you need to ensure that there are no pipes or cables in that wall. This is a solid wall, so that is plaster, and behind that there is either brick or block. You will notice that there's a light switch there. Those cables run straight up that way. There is no sockets or anything on the floor, there's no radiator. So we can be pretty sure that there are no more cables in this wall. But just to make sure, we're just going to use this detector, which is the Bosch Detect 120. So I'm just going to switch that on. It's already on the brick setting, and we'll just run this across the wall just to check that there are no pipes or cables. Obviously there is going to be one in this area because that's where the light is, and that's where the cable runs up to the light. So that is completely green in all areas across that wall, apart from that section there where the cable runs up for the light. So we'll make sure that we miss that area. I've actually just marked them on there using a permanent marker. So we have the two marks, which are 335mm apart. So that's the height that we need the quart hook setting at, but we need to be about an inch away from the wall there. And if we position it there, we're just going to miss the cables running up the wall for the switch. So you can see that I've got that dead level there, and I'll need to transfer these marks onto the wall. And these are going to be very difficult for you to see, but I can just about see them. I've now got an envelope and a piece of masking tape. I'm going to tape that onto the wall just below the hole. And obviously we have to be careful with this because it is wallpaper and we don't want to rip the wallpaper off. So obviously I have checked, and that should just miss the actual cable. Now I'm going to put a pair of safety glasses on. I've got a SDS drill with a 6mm drill bit, and whenever we're starting to drill the hole we always switch off hammer action until we get through the plaster, and then we flick the hammer action on. And I'm just going to get the plug and put it there, I'm just going to put a piece of masking tape on there so we know that we're drilling to the correct depth. Obviously the drill needs to be rotating in a clockwise direction. And we've actually managed to drill through there without hammer action, which tells me that this wall is thermalite. With thermalite blocks, you don't actually need hammer action because they are very soft. And you can tell thermalite blocks because the dust is always grey. So we can now move along to the next hole. And obviously we don't need hammer action. You can then take the plug and tap that in there. Do the same on the other hole. We can then remove the envelope. And then we can drive in the 2 screws. And these need to be stuck out by about 5mm. We can then take the core hook and we can align the holes, and we should just be able to hang that on there at some point if we can find them. So that is one of them fixed in position. And it's got these funny fold out hooks like so. So that's how to fit the Umbra Sticks 5 hook core hook. We now need to fit another one next to it.